بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let's wait for some people to join. And today we'll be discussing ladders, ladder safety to be exact. Hello, welcome, thanks for joining. We'll be discussing ladder safety for the next 50 minutes. I don't know if you're here for that or if you just clicked on it. Ali Bozar, hello, welcome brother. I have not forgotten about you. I will get to you in, let's say today. I will get to you today, okay? Okay, today we'll be discussing ladder safety. I'll just go ahead and get started. My apologies, I took a nap and my face is kind of puffy. Maybe my voice has changed. But I took a nap and I'm lucky actually I woke up. Otherwise I would have postponed this. Okay, so ladder safety. Ladder is a form of access we use to do work. Mostly we use ladders to get from one point to another on scaffolding or other places. Ladders are very dangerous, and we'll discuss some safety tips in that regard in the next 15 minutes maybe. Okay, so number one, the first safety tip I can give you is don't use a ladder. That is it. Do not use a ladder. Okay, we have to use it. Okay, then you can use it, but it's only for short periods of time. It is not meant to be for you to work on all day long. It is not. So, one, don't use a ladder. Two, it's for short time. Try to use other, other platforms. We can't. We have to use it. Okay. Use a more stable form of access. One that possibly has guardrails, like a scaffolding. I don't have scaffolding. Okay. Then only use it for short tasks, just like we said. So, based on your task, it depends on the task that you're doing. You have to choose the correct ladder. What do you mean correct ladder? Okay, for example, I have electrical work. I have to use non-conductive ladders. I have to change, or I have to fix this fan that you see in the mirror. Now it's spinning. I have to use that. Then I have to use an A-frame ladder. I cannot use the extension ladder. If I use that, how am I going to reach it, right? So we need to choose the correct ladder. That is one. And now that we have chosen the correct ladder, it has to be a manufactured ladder, like from a factory, and we purchased it and we are using it. If we're using it in the workplace, it has to be industrial, class 1 ladder. But if you are using it at home, okay, no problem. We can use ladders that are made for home use, but they're not homemade. Okay, they're made for home. Okay, like changing the light bulb, fixing the fan. Okay, that's good. So now that we have chosen the ladder, it's not homemade, we need to inspect it before we use it. We need to inspect it looking for cracks, damages, damaged rungs, maybe if they're painted. If they're painted also, we cannot use it. If they are painted, we cannot use it because painted ladders actually cover up, or they hide cracks, bends, damages. They hide a lot of stuff. So if I see any bends or anything in the ladder, if I see any damages, I should not use them. So I just put them aside and choose another one. Obviously, if I found any damages in the ladder, I should not use it. And most importantly, I should not try to fix it, then use it, because I'm not a specialist to fix ladders, so I'm not going to pretend to be a philosopher and fix the ladder. So, before I position the ladder, I have to choose a firm ground, stable ground, and I need to make sure that when I position the ladder, it's not in the line of fire, it's not missing the anti-slipping shoes, Okay, so I position it in a firm place. I position it in a firm place, and I make sure that it's not slippery where I positioned it. The ground is even. Okay, the ground is even, and I have to secure it from the bottom. Okay, some ladders, they have the frame like that. Okay, this is the frame, and they have an additional frame that extends and sits on the ground. It's like an outrigger for the crane. This is amazing. It will hold the ladder in place. It has to also be positioned. It has to also be secured from the top. So how will I go up and secure it from the top if I don't have anybody to secure it from the bottom, or if I don't have any securing methods from the bottom? Then somebody must hold it for you until you go up and secure it. Now, the top section is also now secured, but before I do that, somebody was securing the ladder for me. And obviously, there are rates for the ladder. Before I use it, I need to know the weight capacity of this ladder. What is it? Is it 200 kilograms? Okay. Obviously, it will support my weight. Is it 150? Is it 50 kilos? Whatever it is, I should not overload it. You should not overload it. Okay? So, when I'm going up also, I have to make sure that I'm not taking equipment with me. Okay? I cannot take any equipment with me because 3 points of contact are needed when you're going up the ladder. Okay? So, 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand at all times. But I need to use cutters, pliers, hammer, screwdrivers. How am I going to get them up there? Okay, I'll tell you how. You have to have a tool belt or a shoulder belt. You can put your tools in them. Okay? While you're on the ladder, do not allow for anybody to come on the ladder to help you. You need another screwdriver? Come down. Take it. Don't have them throw it at you like this and you try to catch it. No, this is dangerous. Don't do that. You need something. Come down from the ladder. Take it and work with it. 2 people on the ladder is very dangerous. If you have somebody holding the ladder for you all the time because you haven't secured it from the bottom, this person should not be standing in the line of fire. Okay. This person should not be standing in the line of fire. If something falls, okay, these notifications. Okay. If something falls from your hand, it might fall on them, so we shouldn't have anybody standing in the bottom, in the line of fire. So, 3 points of contact, nobody in the line of fire, belt, for your tools. Now, while you're there and you have all of your equipment, you need to fix something. Okay, now imagine this, this broadcast or this screen is the limit of my ladder. Okay, and I have to work on something that is out of my limit. Let's say it's a few feet over to my left. Okay. I should not overreach like that. I should not overreach like that to try to get that done. Whether open a screw, connect a light, or hammer something, or whatever. What I have to do is come down, reposition the ladder. Now it's in the right place, and then I complete the task. But overreaching is not advised. Okay. Overhead hazards. Overhead hazards that that you need to consider them, because now if you have some people working above you and you're going to work in the bottom, very dangerous. This is SIMOPs, Simultaneous Operations. You need to arrange with their supervisor and your supervisor, or if you're the supervisor, arrange with them and you decide which job is more important. They are both equally important. I cannot postpone my job. You cannot postpone your job. Now we go to our supervisor or our site manager. They will decide who can do the job or who must do the job and who must wait. Because if you're working directly beneath somebody that is working on top, that means you are in the line of fire. If they're working there, same line of fire. So we need to we need to avoid that. Okay, the top part of the ladder. Now, this is the ladder, right? This is the ladder. The top part of the ladder, the top meter should not be used. The top 3 steps should not be used. These should be like this is the surface I'm trying to reach, and this has to be the ladder. Okay, once I'm here, I need to have at least 1 meter up to hold myself onto and go to the surface I'm trying to reach. If I'm trying to go to the roof or something. Okay, now if you have an A-frame ladder, that has a base here, this is not for you to stand on. It is not for you to stand on. It is not for you to put the can of paint, on it and take from it and paint, unless it is actually made for that. Okay, don't stand on ladders with A-frame like that unless you have guardrails for you to protect you. Don't stand there unless you have guardrails to protect you and it was designed for you to stand on. And most importantly, don't place any tools there, any equipment there. Don't place any cans of paint or anything there. If you're using grinding machine or anything, you cannot use it with a ladder without guardrails, because you need both hands to do that job. Welcome. So you need both hands to do that task with the ladder without guardrails. Is very dangerous. So try to do the grinding, the buffing, or anything on a ladder which has guardrails around it to protect you. Okay, now overhead hazards also includes electricity. You should not work. On electrical problems. You should not try to fix electrical problems, nor should you place your ladder, which is conductive, 6 meters near to any power line. Okay, high voltage power lines. You should be 6 meters away from them. Okay, and if they are above you, that is dangerous. That requires special, procedure. I'm not going to go into that. So, if it's up to me, I wouldn't allow anybody to work there if it's high voltage. So I'll just basically delay the job or cut the power, and then you work. If it's up to me. If it's not up to me, then okay, then somebody else has to make that decision, and for that I am thankful. The ladder comes with, a MOM, they call it the Manual of Manufacturer, MOM, the MOM or MOM, it's up to you. The Manual of Manufacturers basically tells you a lot of safety tips, a lot of safety advices for the ladder that you're about to use. Follow these safety rules. Follow these instructions. They're good for you. Now, something else I would like to say is, excuse me, I need to sneeze. Okay, it went away. So, when you position your ladder, do not put it in the line of fire. Line of fire, what do you mean? Don't put it in the corner. So this is the street, right? This is the street. If you place your ladder right here, all right, and this is actually the path of forklift trucks. They come, once they turn the corner, they will hit you immediately. You're in the wrong, not the forklift operator, because this is their path and you've positioned your ladder there. Now, if you have to do that because your job is there, what you have to do is barricade the area. Simultaneous operations is very dangerous So what you have to do is notify the right people, get a permit to work, excuse me, get a permit to work, notify the operator so they know, barricade the area so even the ones that don't know will stay away from that area. Okay, do housekeeping underneath your work area, because once you go up, if you fall, just like now, I wanted to sneeze, right, and it went away. What if you're working on the ladder, a bird comes? Okay, nobody can predict that, right? A bird came and started bothering you or something, or maybe you sneezed and now you fell, right? You fell down. What will you fall on? Think about that. What will you fall on? You need to do housekeeping underneath or around your work site before you start. Okay? Now, if your job, while you're doing the job, actually causes you to throw away some garbage or some metal parts, or if you're welding or something, if your job actually creates hazards, what you have to do is you need to take regular breaks, come down, clear that area, because trust me, if you fall, you will be hurt more than anybody else. So don't do that, all right? Now, do housekeeping. Don't place it in the line of fire like we said. Do not put the ladder against doors, okay? This is a door. Let's say I'm working at home, right? I don't need a permit to work. I don't need anything, right? Okay, I'm working at home. I still have to tell my wife, I have to tell my sister, I have to tell my mother, your mother, or your dad, or my dad. Tell somebody that, hey, you know what? I'm using the ladder in here. I'm using the ladder in here. So don't open the door. Or if I have to use it against this door, what I can do is lock it. Lock it with a key and make sure nobody can come in. Okay? Best practice is not to place it against doors, but what if you have to, because the job is actually right above the door? Then you have to do it. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. So, I think this covers all of it. This covers all the advices that I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, this is it. Thanks all. Thank you everybody for joining. I hope it was useful, and I hope you enjoyed my other video that I posted 2 days ago. And today, all my HSE college now watching you and appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Ali. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope you guys are finding these videos useful, and I'll continue to do this. The videos I'm going to be making, they're going to be based on experience and other manuals. They're not just going to be about a certain course, about a certain something or somebody. We will discuss something else later. Maybe lockout and tag out. I don't know. I think it's a good topic. Tell me in the comments. Do you want me to talk about lockout and tag out, or do you want me to talk about something else for my next video in 2 days? If you want me to, okay, Ali, I said I will not forget about you. We asked to have risk assessment answers. Okay, Suleiman, risk assessment. I have not read IG2 yet. I have not read it, and for me to give you answers, I need to have read that material to be able to give you answers. So there are people more qualified than I am. There are people that have actually done the IG2 assessment and passed it. Congratulations to them. And they are in the group. Please join the Telegram group if you are not in it already. Join the Telegram group and ask them. They're more than happy to help. I know them. They're helping others brings them joy, brings me joy. That's why we are doing these videos, and we have this group. So I apologize, Suleiman, for that. But I personally will not be able to give you answers to that just yet. But maybe when I read it and understand it, I will be able to give you advice. Because I will not give you bogus advice just to pretend like, oh yeah, I'm the group owner, I know everything. Nobody knows everything. I don't know the answers, so There are people more qualified, more competent than me, and they will give you the answers. Okay? Join the Telegram group. I will leave a link in the description to this video, inshallah. Okay, so guys, would you like me to talk about lockout, tag out, confined space, permit to work? These are the three options. Okay, lockout, tag out, permit to work, or confined space. Which one would you like me to talk about? Okay, let me know in the comments or in the group. You can discuss it. Until next time, I have been GHAREEB Shaban Hassan, and I will see you later.